Welcome. It's Megan from the Math Workshop. We are thrilled how many of you have already signed up for our free webinar, Building Our Math Community, that's taking place at the end of July. Our hope is that through adding this free webinar, we will add to your toolbox of ideas and activities to start the year with a bang with your mathematicians to create a community of learners for a year of successful learning and discovery. We wanted to make this quick video highlighting what will be involved in our free webinar, as we don't want anyone to miss out on this awesome free opportunity. Here is our webinar agenda for the evening. We'll have some housekeeping about the certificate of completion. We will share the free resources that have been shared all during the month of July to make sure no one missed out who signed up. We will really dig deep into the 20 mini lessons that we have to share that are to be used during math class. So not to take the entire math class, but maybe 15 minutes or so to really begin to set the stage for that community of learners. And we will share a gift and we will wrap up. So we're so excited to share these free resources with everyone who signs up for this free webinar. Weekly emails will go out to the participants who've signed up every Monday through when the webinar happens. And these are great resources to use with your students to help you build that math community. So what will participants get? Well, they'll get 3 different versions of the Find Someone Who activity, great activity to do on the first day of school to help students get to know each other. And one of the versions is for non-readers, which can be great for kindergarten or possibly grade 1 students, or if you have students that are multilingual and acquiring a new language. You will also receive from us partner pairing cards. In fact, we're going to share with you 9 different sets of partner pairing cards, ranging from 10 frames with numbers that would be perfect for kindergarten, base 10 block images with numbers, 2 levels of geometry cards, fraction cards, decimal cards, multiplication cards, ways to make 10 cards, and double sums to 20 cards. That's over 230 different cards. And these are great cards that you can use to quickly and randomly match up students together in math class or outside of math class for activities and assignments. All of the content on the cards, though, is mathematics. And you'll want to grab the same number of cards that you have for the number of students in your class. So each of the cards has a partner card. And each set of those 9 sets also has a trio set of cards to use in case you have an odd number of students. So you'll want to match that up with the number of kids you have. You will also receive Rally Coach cards. So Rally Coach is one of our favorite Kagan cooperative structures where students are paired together and teach each other and receive feedback from their partner, and they take turns going back and forth. You will receive multiple levels of Rally Coach cards to use with your mathematicians. You will also receive, one of our favorites, the Mystery Person Investigation Unit. This is a fantastic community builder for the beginning of the school year. And this slide deck that we're going to share with you contains 55 Google Slides, which involve daily mathematical investigations for students to uncover who the mystery person in the class is. Now, you're going to be the only person who knows who the mystery person is until the investigations are over. There are 10 investigations that your class could use. You can pick and choose. You don't have to use all 10. You can modify this to work within the constraints of how long you want this to go on. There are teacher tips slides at the very end of the slide deck that are for your eyes only. So again, you can choose to do 5 of the investigations or 7 or do all 10 for 2 weeks. It's up to you. But your students will have so much fun trying to figure out who the mystery person is as they engage in investigations, mathematical investigations, and learn about each other. And through that, clues will be revealed based on the class data. It's a lot of fun. So the main thrust of this free webinar, of course, are these 20 mini lessons to support and build a community of amazing mathematicians. Now, these can be done in any order, and honestly, they can be done with all levels of students. You might want to tweak it slightly depending on your level. Here's an example of one of the mini lessons. So this one's called Turn and Talk Practice with the Rally Coach Protocol. So remember, I shared on a previous slide, you'll get multiple sets of Rally Coach cards. So you can use those cards, the ones that are appropriate for your grade level, with this day's mini lesson. So the activity for this day is you're going to pair up your students, and you could use those partner pairing cards if you wanted. And you're just going to designate, the students will figure out who's going to be partner A and who is partner B. And it starts with the students would have their cards in front of them face down. So partner A turns over one of the Rally Coach cards and begins solving that problem that's on the card, explaining their thinking and their steps aloud to their partner. Partner B is going to be in the role of coaching for this first time, and they actively listen, they check for accuracy, they offer suggestion, praises, and provide feedback or clarification if needed. Then the students switch roles and they continue on. Now, we would recommend, of course, you model this either yourself with a student that feels comfortable and confident to model this for the class first, or if you have 2 students that feel comfortable and capable modeling this in front of the whole class, can work it out that way so that students have a great mental image before they go off with their partner of how this should look. One of the other mini lessons out of the 20 is this one, benefits of the gift of silence. Sometimes we call this wait time in school. We like the phrase, the gift of silence. So this day's mini lesson is about, we would share with students, here are 4 benefits that we have found that come about from having the gift of silence. So number 1, individual think time allows us to have something to talk about. So before we turn and talk with a partner, if we have that wait time, that think time, that gift of silence, we're more likely to have something to share. Number 2, some people enjoy and need quiet moments. I know for myself, I have some introvert tendencies, so and honestly, I need time to process. That is the truth. So I desperately appreciate when a teacher gives me the gift of silence to think about what I want to share and what I'm thinking before asking me to turn and talk with someone. Number 3, another benefit of the gift of silence, it reduces or can reduce anxiety because we can think through what we want to say. And number 4, it allows us more time to process information. So 4 different benefits. So in this mini lesson this day, we would ask students to choose. We might give them time to talk about what each of these mean, and then to choose which one of these resonates most with them, or which one is their favorite. And you pick, you assign the 4 corners of the room. So you might just say, that's corner 1, that is corner 2, that's corner 3, and that's corner 4. And you say to students, if you like the first benefit, go meet in corner one with the other students that liked the first benefit. If you liked the second benefit, go meet in corner two, and you invite students to have a conversation with the other members of their class that are meeting in that corner about why they like that benefit. Here's one more of our many lessons. We all bring something valuable to class. So in this mini lesson, you're going to need to give students either a large piece of paper or a chart paper, and this is going to be used among 4 students. So it needs to be maybe a little bit bigger than a normal 8 by 11 if you have some larger paper, or if you have some large whiteboards or poster boards, whatever. I mean, you could do it on an 8 by 11, but whatever works best in your situation. So in each small group, you're going to have students create one of the examples you see on the slide. So they're going to divide the paper into fourths, quadrants, and have one of the group members write, I am good at, and they can put a 1 in there. 2, I could teach someone to. So these are sentence stems. 3, I would like to learn. And 4, I want to improve. Now, if your students are maybe kindergarten or second or first grade or second grade, maybe, writing is going to take a long time. It's not so important that they write the sentence stem. They could just write the corresponding number. And so what students do in this strategy of turn the paper, you could put on some nice classical music, nice quiet room, and each student, for say maybe a minute, might be an appropriate amount of time, has their own marker. So maybe I have red, maybe another classmate in my small group has a blue marker, maybe another classmate in my small group has an orange marker. And I make sure I can write in one of the quadrants for that minute. And maybe I'm in the quadrant of I am good at. And if maybe I'm a kindergartner or first grader and my writing skills are not so hot, I could draw a picture. So a smallish picture, because after the minute, you'll need to give some kind of signal for your class, and they're going to turn the paper so that now I can write in the second quadrant and draw a picture about something I could teach someone, or if I'm proficient writer, I can write some words about what I could teach someone. So through those 4 sentence stems, students are identifying something they're good at, something they could teach someone, what they would like to learn, and what they want to improve. And so this can then be used as we facilitate a discussion about how we all have gifts of what we bring to class. We all have something valuable to share. So hopefully that just gave you a small glimpse into those 3 of the mini lessons, but there are 17 more. All right. So for participating in the webinar, the free webinar, after participating the next day, participants will receive the gift of these facilitation handouts, which can be posted in their classroom to support classroom mathematical discussions with nonverbal hand signals. So we have talk moves, we have silent hand signals for me too. That is the thumb. This is sign language for I agree with that person. And it's not a surfer thing. It's a thumb to myself. And if someone is sharing something in the room and I'm like, oh yeah, I thought that strategy too. I teach my students, you do the thumb to yourself and the pinky to the person who was sharing. So it's a nonverbal way that students can let other students in the room know and their teacher, hey, I was thinking that too. I agree. Okay. One of my favorites to use, because often kids will be like, oh, yeah, I thought that too. And you don't just have to use it in math class. Of course, it can be used anytime. So this is me too. Then we have the gift of silence. So this is something we use with students to help remind them that we're not taking the answer right now, especially for younger students. Seeing this can help them remember this is think time. This is wait time. This is a gift of silence. And so sometimes when I'm teaching students, I even do this and I kind of move my eyes a little, like I'm thinking, to remind them this is our wait time. So it's a great reminder for us too as educators. I know sometimes we feel so rushed and we want to get through what we need to do, but to slow down because real thinking takes time, real learning takes time. So to slow down, ask the question, and then give the gift of silence for students to think and process before taking responses or before inviting them to turn and talk. And then one of my favorites that I just got this idea from Figuring Out Fluency in Mathematics that I'm reading this summer. What a fantastic book. The author shared this idea that sign language for this is reasonable. So if we're evaluating strategies or we're evaluating, does that solution seem reasonable to that problem? This is reasonable sign language. And the sign language for this is unreasonable or it is unreasonable or, so an example would be, I'm just making this up off the top of my head right now. Is 600 reasonable for the sum of 10 plus 10? And so I would show, my unreasonable sign and then probably have a discussion. So these will be sent to participants after the webinar. So just wanted to share another gift they will get. So we don't want you to miss out on this awesome opportunity to connect and add to your instructional toolbox. We know that a lot of us are getting ready for the upcoming school year, and we will put the link for registering for this free webinar in the notes section for this video on YouTube. It's through Sign Up Genius. Feel free to share it with your colleagues. We know teaching is so much better when we're in a community together. And as soon as you sign up, you should start getting emails from us sharing the free resources. So every week in July, we will be sending a free resource. So if you don't feel like you're getting those, make sure you're checking your spam folder. All right. Teaching is so much better again when we're in a community together. So we hope to see you there. And if no one has told you today, thank you for all that you do. Take care.